Hey friends, welcome back. So I have a couple of coloring books for you today. And before we drop into that, just a quick side note. Please stay tuned for part 2 of my water crayons. I did part 1 recently, and that's there for you to check out. It's great. I do a full swatch of both sets. It's a pretty great review, so check that out. I will be doing the Neo 2 comparison with them in the next part, and I should be starting to work on that soon. So having said that, here are the books, and one is Tropical Wonderland. We're gonna do that one first. This one is a surprise, so we're just gonna put that one aside. That's how it came, by the way. That one's a surprise. So, ta-da. All right. And the artist's name is Rachel Reinhardt. I'm not familiar with her. Her work seems to be line art in this book. It says here, yeah, hand sketched and so no AI. This is what the book looks like so far, and I love that it's detailed, but it's not like uber detailed like, you know, Kirby Rosette or Johanna Bashford detailed. It's a little simpler, and nothing against those authors or books. I love them both. I have a lot of their stuff, but sometimes a little less is more, you know, for me. So I have vision issues, so sometimes things that are super detailed really are hard for me to process visually. So these have kind of just the right amount of detail. The pages are not perfect, but as you can tell, they are one-sided, which is great. So if you want to use like alcohol markers, all I would suggest is getting a blank sheet of paper or two, if you're using alcohol markers, and putting it underneath the paper. I would definitely suggest that. The paper is pretty thick, but it's very smooth. Like this is good marker, alcohol marker type paper. I would could definitely suggest using markers with the proviso that you know, use a blank page between them. I'm not sure how my wax crayons are going to do in this, though, because of how slick it is. But it is pretty thick, so it might take some wet media. I have not had a chance to play around in it yet, but it might take some wet media, I think, possibly lightly. If you went cautiously, it perhaps could take it. Oh, look at the sloth. She's really talented. Rachel Reinhardt. She's a very talented lady. I'm actually really... I have not done a full flip through of this book. I looked through it enough to know that I liked it. Oop, there, I almost skipped a page. Oop, there we go. Oh, look at the butterflies. Very nice. Oh. She's a very talented lady. See what I mean? They're detailed, but they're simple. But maybe not like large print simple, but this is perfect. These, I know what this flower is. I think it's a bird of paradise. I think. It's like all fuchsia colored and stuff. They're really gorgeous. Huh, this is a nice book. So far, I'm really liking the like I said, the paper is. That tells you how that sound tells you how thick the paper is. That's nice. Oh. Well, I like this lady's work. I'm gonna have to do a deeper dive into some of her stuff. I really like what I'm seeing. Let me make sure I didn't skip a page. Okay, the paper is so thick that I'm like feeling like I've got 2 pages in my hand instead of 1. So this is definitely not Amazon paper. Okay? Definitely not Amazon paper. Mango. I think these are orchids right here. I'm not 100% certain. It doesn't say. That's a shame. I was hoping it would say, but it doesn't. Wow. Look at that. That's kind of impressive. Oh, these are gorgeous plants. I've actually grown these, I think. Interesting. Oh, this might be my favorite so far. That might be my absolute favorite. Chameleon. There's a little parrot over there. Oh, wait, there's more than one. Hold on, there's one over here too. Ooh. Now, for a picture like this, you could, if you have a backlight, you could carefully cut this out. Or I have a small one that could fit under it because it's thin enough, and trace that. Or you could do what I do, which is take a picture of it, copy it that way into my computer, and then reprint it onto my one of two printers. Not for resale or to claim as my own work, just, you know, be able to reuse the image and stuff like that for my own personal enjoyment. It makes my coloring books last a lot longer. So that's kind of something to think about. So, oh, we got a jaguar, I'm assuming. Cockatoos. Boy, you talk about a smart bird. It's like having a toddler, so I've been told. Cool. You know, I kind of like this one, but I find it kind of strange in a way, the way she just, I get where she's after with it. It's interesting the way she chose to set the images up. It's interesting. Oh, here we go. Now this is one that could be, you could add your own words in here. Like if you wanted to write something in here to go with it. There's a lot of negative space. You could add a ton of things all up in here. I really like that, actually. That's an image I will scan into my computer and I can reuse, you know. Of course, giving her credit, like, you know, duh. Oh. I grow plants like these. I have some of these in my backyard. I mean, it's small, but, you know, I have it arranged nicely. Oh, this is beautiful. She really, oh, these guys right here are considered rodents, I believe. They're in the kind of in the rodent marsupial family. They're considered a nuisance, actually, in some countries. And you can just kind of target them at will, pretty much, because they're so destructive. Ah, the tree frogs. I have actually seen these up at the aquarium near where I live. They're very tiny, very bright, and very cute, but very deadly. There's a reason why they're used for poison darts. Oh, like the palm tree. Interesting how she chose to do that. Oh, I like this one. Now this is large print simple. I absolutely love this. She has a nice range of simple to busy to not so busy. She really does kind of switch it up, which I really like that. Now I'm not big into coloring some bugs, but I could do these two. I see a lot of rainforest themes here. Now, if you want to practice your leaves, this is the page for you. Yeah. Oh, cool. Look at that. Is this her? Hold on. Let's check this out, people. I'm about to do a blow back here. All right. Or roll back, I should say. Okay. There's what she looks like. All right. Now let's go to... What do you guys think? Does that look like her? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Lemur. I think that's a lemur. I do wish she had... Now, this is interesting, the way she chose to do this bridge. I would have drawn a little line under here to sort of show the other arc of the bridge, because it kind of looks like the bridge is kind of about to tilt over. So I'm not sure why she chose to draw it that way. I mean, you could see the slats for the other side, right, like right there and right there. But I would have drawn, like, I may draw that in actually, like a little arch to kind of match that one a little bit. I may actually draw that in. I don't know. But still nice image. I just kind of want to fix that one little thing. These are very lovely. I think I've grown these at one point too. Very nice book. It's very nice. Okay, so the back it says, it talks about who the editors are, and the designs in this book are personal, non-commercial, manufactured in China. That's unfortunate. And it is new for this year, 2025. So there we go. It says depart to exotic locations unknown. Heavyweight, high quality paper, single side to guarantee premium color experts. Yep. I would like for them to perforate it, I think, but either way, very nice coloring book. I like this. I definitely have some favorites. So, let's get to the other one. Ta-da! Look what I have. Oops. Yes. Miss Clara Markova decided to reprint her first book, and this is how it came to me. Just like this, very well packaged. The seller that I got it from, her name is Elfie74, and she lives in Czechoslovakia. I bought it through her, but through Etsy, and it was with shipping. It was like roughly $75, but you understand that includes shipping from Czechoslovakia. So bearing that in mind, and the quality of the book is like the highest. I've never seen a book with this kind of quality. Her books, I should just do a flip through of all of her books, honestly, because I don't actually color in them. I copy them and color the copies because I can't afford to rebuy the books. Yikes, you know what I mean? So I color the copies, and that way if I mess up, I'm not gonna, cry a river and stuff like that. And also I can reuse the image if I want to, color it again. So that's my suggestion to you, again, is to invest in a high quality printer and just print it from your computer. You're not stealing their artwork if you don't intend to sell it as your own. It will make coloring books like these last infinitely longer, especially if you store them properly, which mine are stored carefully. And I love how thoroughly it was wrapped. Plus, I got this little postcard, which is very cute. Ta-da. There's usually a bookmark in here, but I don't see one. But yeah, there's that. Well, let's put that aside and continue. Let's do this very carefully, people, because I do not want to cut this book. Hold on. Very carefully. Yikes. Ta-da. This was her very, very first book. Her first 2 books, I did not know she even existed until the pandemic, when I started actually coloring in coloring books. And I have tried for years to find originals, and I found a few, but they wanted like $100+, and I'm just like, well over $100. I'm just like, I don't have that much, you know. So when rumors started circulating about 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, that she was possibly thinking about reprinting her first one, I was like, oh. So I held my breath and waited, and she just released it about a week ago, and I was like, oh, no, a couple weeks ago, excuse me. And I was like, yes. It's not a first edition, but you know what? I don't care. So this is why her books are so amazing. Look at that. I mean, that's actual gold leaf. Oh, there is a bookmark. Okay, it was inside the book. There we go. Oh, it looks like they printed it and then just cut off a section with like a cutter or something like that. Okay, that's cool though. All right, here we go. I have actually never seen a flip through the first one, and I have never actually looked through this book. I've not watched any flip throughs that I'm aware of. So, y'all, this is new to me too. But by the time I was aware of her, she had already put out 2 books, and I was just like, oh. Printed in the Czech Republic, not China. Yay! It's from the original Czech illustrations. First published in Czechoslovakia by Klarna in 2016. Yeah, I definitely did not know of her. The English edition, 2019. So it seems to me like between 16 and 19 there possibly wasn't an English edition. I'm not really sure. Let me know if anyone else knows in the comments, because I'm not sure about that. But then there's the reprint. Oh my gosh. Just like, and gray, I really would not recommend. However, I still wouldn't recommend alcohol markers. I mean, you could, but I really wouldn't, because there are things on the other side, which for the longest time I didn't know what the purpose was for that, but I have since found out. So I'll show you. Okay, so the deal with this is that this space here or here is for you if you want to write like a little story or some sort of diary type deal to go with the picture. That's what these pages are for. Supposedly. That's what I've been told. Oh, wow. She has such a unique style. It's just so unique. And see, here's more of this where you could write a little story to go with it if you wanted to, I guess. Oh, and it has that new book smell, guys. Like, I don't know. It's like when some people smell fresh leather. For me, it's just that new book smell. It's like, whoo. Wow. I can see how her style has changed just a little bit, though. Like the way she draws the lines. Lines are a little bit thicker. Oh, this is adorable. It seems to me so far like these ones are a little bit simpler than some of her later books. This one doesn't seem to be as complicated so far. Some of her pages, like, look, I'll show you. Hold on. I just did this one from her latest book, new book, Orchard Full of Fairies. Look how busy that is. Came out good too. But you see how busy it is. There's a lot of little details but yeah, that came out pretty good. So, but that's how some of hers can be. Oh, it takes you a while. These images are not nearly as busy, which I kind of like. And again, some of the lines are thicker too. Interesting. Now this one's detailed, but not as, trust me, I've seen some that were so detailed that I'm like, oh girl, this is going to take me a minute. Oh. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Yeah, they are definitely simpler. That's very interesting. Wow. Oh, I do have a review of Orchard Full of Fairies. Oh. Great art kind of makes you want to just do great things with them. Interesting. Wow. Oh my goodness, girl. Clara, what are you doing, girl? Dang, I got naked booties. Yikes. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to put some doilies on them or something. Fairy booty. Oh dear. Okay. Fairy butt. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, see, her later ones, she doesn't shade things in like this. I can tell that she shaded that in with her pen. Wow. This might be one of my favorites. And I could see her cultural influences. You know, in the way she styles her fairies and stuff, I can see the cultural influences from where she lives. It's very obvious and very cool. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Wow. Yeah, these are so much simpler than her other books. Wow. I actually have several reviews of her other books. I think all but the first two. Now this is probably the most detailed one I've seen so far, but I love it. This is open for, I like the negative space where you can put it in a nice background if you wanted to. This is great. I love the fun in this image. This one's fun. Ugh, got the goggles on and everything. That's hilarious. And a little ladder down to the mushroom. That's cute. This one, look. Check this out. I'm going to skip to the end. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Okay. You see that? You see that? Theoretically, what you're supposed to do is cut that out and glue this part of it, and you can like open the door. Trust me, I've never done it. Sorry, Clara, but no. Your books are way too precious to be cutting them up. What I may do at some point, though, just for fun, is copy these like onto some, you know, coloring book paper type, colored pencil paper maybe, or maybe some cardstock, and glue that on. You know, cut that out and glue that on. This would be a fun image to do that with. Oh, now sometimes she does this. You're supposed to, I guess, be able to write stuff here if you. I personally will never do that. Oh no, this is the busy. This is more like what I'm used to seeing from her newer books. This kind of level of busy. This is more typical of what I see now. But wow, what an image. Sheesh. Wow, that's amazing. She's such a talented artist. Her stuff absolutely floors me. And some of her newer books all go by seasons. Like you'll see a lot of the images start off looking kind of spring-like, then go into summer and fall and Christmas. This one doesn't seem to be doing that, following that format. So I don't know if that's something she did starting with the second book, because I don't have that one. She hasn't reprinted that one yet. I don't know if she did that in the second one, or if you know, that was something she started with the third one, which I do have from that point forward, or the ones I have up until now. So, but this one doesn't seem to be following that seasonal format. But again, here we have the little things that you can cut out. I know some of her books, she has more cutouts than these. But it's a really cool thing. This book is just way too precious to ever actually color in. So, but that's it, guys. Isn't that... I still can't believe this actually happened. I'm fangirling so hard right now. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, this is by far my prized possession right here. And one of these days, what I think I'm gonna do for fun is just do a flip through of all of her books that I have all at once. Now I have all but one, and I don't even care that it's a reprint. I don't care. So if she chooses to reprint the second one, I will be on that like Donkey Kong. And in case you're not old enough to understand that saying, welcome to the 80s. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I had fun delving through both of these books. What a blast both of these were. And again, these came from, yours may differ. If you order through Elfie74, she's on the Etsy, okay? You can also use Klarna, which allows you to make, if your credit, and they're pretty generous with that, you can like make it in payments. So I broke it into about like 3 payments, so I didn't have to pay for it all at once. You can do that, and it's very helpful. This one was only, if I remember correctly, it was only about 18 bucks through Michael's, the actual physical store. And I cannot guarantee if you'll get the same ones as I did, but these are always fun to color. So, have a great one, guys, and please stay tuned for that Neo eye crayon comparison. I may or may not throw another one in for good measure. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. So, stay tuned, guys, and have a blessed one. Bye!